Welcome back to Technical Tuesdays, and this week we are talking about material wastage. And what do I mean by wastage? Well, I mean the level of wastage that you allow for when ordering things like tiles, for example. And hi, I'm Olivia, I'm an interior designer, and I'm here to help you make smart design choices when you're renovating. So make sure you follow me for lots more interior design advice and inspiration. So what am I talking about? Well, when you go to order your tiles, let's just say for the sake of argument, you will be given a quantity by your builder. You need to check whether that quantity allows for wastage. Have they done a calculation to say we need X amount plus 10% wastage, let's just say. And 10% is usually the minimum I would recommend for wastage. If you are looking at really intricate tile patterns, if you're looking at really awkward spaces, you probably ought to up that. But that's a conversation you need to have directly with your tiler, your builder, whoever. Because if they haven't allowed for wastage and they run out of the material for whatever reason, whether that be because it was more complicated than they thought, there were too many right angles, there were more joins than they thought, or simply that when the material arrived, it had a massive variation to it that you maybe weren't expecting, and so they can't actually use everything, you are going to end up in a bit of trouble because many of the materials that you are probably buying are natural materials, which means that the batches are not always the same. If you're buying a porcelain or you're buying something that is easily replicated over and over, the chances of finding the batches mismatching are lower. But it still happens. You'd still be surprised at how many times I have seen two separate batches of tiles that are actually different. And this is even more important if you're dealing with a natural material, because there's nothing to say that the second batch that you order, if it's even available, is matching the first batch. So please have this conversation with your people on site and make sure that you are allowing for wastage. And at a bare minimum, you should assume at least 10%. And I hope that was helpful. Make sure you stick around for more Technical Tuesdays, as I am going to be delivering these every week where I can. Bye.